Welcome, adventurers, to our second campaign diary of our 2020 Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, entitled Making a Living in Meadville. When we last left our adventurers, they were in the small distillery town of Meadville, on the eastern side of the Dual Dutchy. And the last event was a battle at a tavern called the Bloody Brawler. Now, it's usually known just for fisticuffs, but the party wound up cutting down 6 members of an organization called, fittingly, the Six. As the 5-0 showed up, the constable of Meadville, he came in and surveyed the scene, and there was a perimeter formed around our party of adventurers. And he went past and inspected the bodies. And it turns out he wasn't ready to throw our intrepid adventurers into jail, but the Six were an adventurers guild, an organized adventurers guild, but they were also followers of Takesis, that is the evil queen of dragons, whose holy symbol, or I guess in this case unholy symbol, is depicted there to the right. The constable helped the party to a degree cover up its tracks, and had the party take the bodies out to the graveyard, maybe a mile outside of town. But someone eventually meets them out there. The party meets Juliana. She is a tabaxi, a catfolk person. Juliana, in their conversations, divulges that she is some type of lycanthrope, a were person. And she was tracking a group of jackal wares. See my other video on the lycanthropes and lycanthropy, disease in general. But she was coming out to ride out the worst of her nights of changing into more beast. The next morning, after the quiet passed, the adventurers went into town, saw the constable again, and found, as most places, the local magistrates, constables, judges, leadership in general has work that able-bodied adventurers can undertake. The constable offered 3 possibilities here. The first was to check on a local wizard. This local wizard grows ingredients for material spell components. That's why the constable's people weren't real warm and fuzzy about going out there. The second one was to help out the local farmers and have them control the local Ankeg population. Ankeg are these burrowing, large creatures that they just needed their population controlled this year. And third and finally, they were the ones to patrol the woods to the east, about a healthy day's walk east of Meadville, to help make sure threats don't come out of the woods towards the population. Now, our adventurers decided we're going to do all of these, and we're going to follow them in this order. When they got to the wizard's greenhouse, outside, the place was surrounded and overrun by vines which attacked them. After a brief battle in the courtyard, the adventurers got the best of the vines and were eventually able to clear out and kill all of them surrounding the outside of the greenhouse. Once they got inside, there were these massive 12 and 15 foot tall mushroom-looking plants, which turned out to be an attacking violet fungus. After defeating these, the party was able to find that the owner of this greenhouse had been killed. There was a knife in the old wizard's back. Now, upon leaving the greenhouse, the party saw a group approaching the greenhouse from the south. A mysterious cloaked individual and 5 henchmen um, came up and, as just matter of factly, told the party to give them the wand. No real explanation, no debate, discussion, no explanation of how he even knew they had said wand. A battle ensues, and it was a more difficult battle than usual, but the party managed to win. Um, and the rogue leader, as the battle ends, was a what is called a Yuan-Ti pureblood. They are a race of snake people, and I give you an image here to better describe them, to give you an idea of what it looks like once the robe comes off. Now that leads us with this question of, what happens in our next episode? Who are these mysterious attackers? Um, and will our characters seek out more information on that wand? And one of the great questions now is we seem to be at a decision point. Where will our heroes go next?